Emergency announcement. We need Tanya Farron to come to the EMS tent. Pardon me, it's need Ella Ridgway to come for Tanya Farron.
Lengthening horse-drawn trains of prairie schooners rumble over the plains. Stout-hearted pioneers journey on toward a new life in the West. Such wagon trains usually started from St. Joseph or Liberty, Missouri. The only way one of these trains was able to get through was by the guidance and knowledge of the wagon master. You see him on the lead horse, surveying the area for a good place to make camp this evening. It was this man's responsibility to plan the entire venture from its beginnings in Missouri on through to California and Oregon. He had to see that the wagons were ready to roll early enough in the spring to be certain that they made their destination before winter snows caught them in the western mountains, and they suffered a fate like that of the Donner expedition. These men had to be unique in that they were entrusted to be able to guide their many faithful followers through the wild plains of Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado. This, of course, was too much for just one man, so it was customary for the wagon master to be assisted by scouts. These were usually younger men who had less experience in the West, but had spent some time around the Indians of the area, possibly as a trapper, or a trader, or even a cavalry trooper looking for a less structured life than that of the military. The pioneers that made up the bulk of the wagon train were mostly farmers from the lush lands of the Northeast. They were a sturdy bunch, and in no time blended into a tight-knit, rolling community. This was necessary to survive the many dangers of the journey. Whether walking or riding, they all shared the desire to go west.
day is done. The prairie schooners come to rest at sunset. This will be the wagon circle formed as a sort of mobile stockade to protect the women, children, and livestock. Wagon trains were particularly endangered by the roving bands of Comanches, led by Chief Quanah and by Cheyenne, who only months after the treaty signing attacked near Council Grove and Fort Hays. This wagon circle is made up of the only homes these brave souls will know on the trail. The art of making the circle or mobile fortress was not one that came easy, and it was probably good that the first few days out of Missouri were through rather tame country. For in those first days, this newly formed community could learn to master this necessary art form so vital to their survival on the way west. The lead wagon was the most important in establishing the proper art to form the circle. The pioneers had many grueling and time-consuming chores to complete before they could relax even a little bit. The men must unhitch the wagons and feed all the stock. They also had to doctor the animals, because the loss of a team could have meant a wagon full of a family's wealth and memories must be left behind. After that, there was the harness to check, a wheel to grease, or a wagon to shore up. All before the day's work was done, but even then, the work didn't end. When their turn came up, they still had the night guard duty to perform. The women had their chores too. They had to gather wood or buffalo chips for the fire, take care of the children, and cook over an open fire. It wasn't easy, but they knew after all the chores were out of the way, there would be time for a hoedown and some fellowship. Somehow, looking forward to the modest social life of the wagon train made the hardship endurable.
Go on with your work. Everyone else, including the ladies, please listen. Now, we have had a pretty good crossing up to now. You all have cooperated in a courageous and sacrificing way that makes me real proud to be a mother's son. But we may be in for a little trouble. Now, don't go getting alarmed. It's going to be all right. Just stay close to the wagons. I'll level with you, though. My scouts have seen some signs. They've seen a couple of braves wearing paint and some other signs that don't look too good. If we stick together, we'll get through without any serious trouble. I'm sending a messenger to Fort Larned, so I can assure you that we won't be unprotected. Well, that's it. Thanks for your attention.
But as often occurs, love prevails over common sense. Listen now to the two young people.
We're going to take that walk like we planned to, aren't we, Rebecca?
Maybe we shouldn't tonight, Martin.
We won't go far, just far enough to be alone. Look, over there. There's a quiet spot. We'll just go over there.
I thought the wagon master looked a little worried.
He said it weren't nothing to get excited about. Besides, you know I want to protect you not only tonight, but for always. I talked to your mom this afternoon.
Very well, Martin. If you're sure it'll be all right.
Two youngsters over here, Martin and Rebecca. Jimmy says, "Come on, Susie, let's follow them." Susie asks, "What do we do if one of them Indians pop out?" Bravely, Jimmy replies, "I'll just give him this. Zing! Come on."
The wagon train was representative of society everywhere. There were people of all shapes, sizes, occupations, ethnic backgrounds, philosophies, and religions. So too could be found frustration, fear, cowardice, cupidity, nobility, and courage. No one was more interesting than this dashing gentleman, the gambler. Innumerable tales have been spun about this fashionable gentleman of the prairie. Stories abound concerning his obscure background. Choose the version that most appeals to you. Perhaps he was once an aristocrat, forced by adverse circumstances to turn what had once been a genteel education into a trade. Or take the story complete with mansions, magnolias, horses, and young aristocrats dancing under crystal chandeliers. Then that foggy morning in the bayou near New Orleans, a duel over a Creole beauty, and a prominent man lies dead. Winning that duel had cost him his heritage. He would henceforth be a wanderer, buffeted by chance, rich one day and destitute the next. Choose your own story. Each reflects the storyteller's mood more than the gambler's life. Could it be that he is nothing more than he appears? A well-mannered man who prefers gambling to work. One thing is certain, he knows that this will be his lucky game. This is the one he has been waiting for, the one he must have to recoup his losses. 3 ladies. Not bad. Fortune smiles. Their warmth fills his heart with anticipation.
Now the socializing begins. First, a little dancing.
Pastor, we're going to need all the divine help we can get. I don't like to ask you to cut the services short, but I don't like them sounds.
The pastor replied,
I understand, Jim. We'll give a little emphasis in place of length. And Jim, I know